Yo guys, hello and welcome back to episode 6 of my Red Bull Academy career mode on F126. Now if you did miss the last episode out in Saudi Arabia, go and check that out before you get any spoilers. It's a double upload day on the channel here for the Red Bull Academy career mode, and we finished P7 in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Good result there after a shocking qualifying session, but we are still P3 in the drivers' standings, P5 in the constructors. So yeah, going really well. But we do have Miami this weekend, which is well known on the channel for being one of my least favourite tracks on the calendar. So going into SQ1 here, as it is another sprint weekend, so a banker, we go last, which is not surprising at all, but second lap here in SQ1, we are going to cross the line and it's going to be P18, so unfortunately not progressing into the next session so far. So yeah, hopefully we can pick up some places in this sprint race. And yeah, Arvid Lindblad finishing P12, so he at least getting through to the next session, but yeah, not an ideal start to this weekend either, but let's get into the sprint race.
Time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Piastri, Russell, Max Verstappen and Antonelli, Hamilton, Hadjar, Sainz and Pierre Gasly, Albon, Colapinto, Arvid Lindblad and Behrman, Perez, Hulkenberg, Fernando Alonso and Richards, Bottas, Ocon, Stroll and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you.
So yeah guys, towards the back of the grid again here in Miami. Simple one stop in the sprint race, going to start on the medium tyres and let's see if we can pick up them places as we have 5 red lights and it's lights out and away we go here in Miami. Decent traction off the line, instantly going to the outside, and we're going to dive down the outside of multiple cars here alongside our teammate already as we back out. P16 currently. Perez on the inside of us, but we're going to try and hold that around the outside as Lindblad gets past Nico Hulkenberg, and we're going to stick it down the inside of the Audi man there, early doors. Compromise run for him. We try and have a look around the outside, nothing doing there, so we have a look up the inside, little bit of contact as he turns in on us, but nothing to worry about there. P15, so a decent start in this Grand Prix, already up a few places in the slipstream of our teammate. And we are gonna fall in behind him for now, not make too many lunges on our teammate, but yeah, decent lap 1. Towards the end of the lap now, Lindblad's light is flashing. He's gonna go defensive to the inside, so we're gonna hold it around the outside, brake a little bit later than our teammate. Hold it, try and get better traction, but Lindblad actually ends up sending it on Behrman, so really decent manoeuvre from him, but we're going to make it 3 wide down the main straight. Are we later on the brakes? Yes we are. We go down the inside of the pair of them and up to P13. Good move there for us. Doing a lot better in this sprint race so far than we did in qualifying, so we cannot complain there. Franco Colapinto up next in the Alpine, and moving on towards the end of lap 2, we're burning the battery trying to get the Alpine man. He's going to go defensive, so we're going to go to the outside of the Argentinian, hold it around the outside, go a little bit deep, so unfortunately not able to make the move stick there. A little bit squirmy on exit as well, but still a good start to this race. And yeah, moving on towards the end of lap 3. Colapinto is quite slow in this, not as quick as Albon ahead of him at least anyway. We get a decent exit, full battery onto the back straight, and we're going to burn and try and get the Argentinian. In the slipstream, he goes defensive to the inside again, but we are going to send it down the inside this time. We get the car stopped on the apex, but Colapinto drags against our rear wheel and sends us into the barrier. What an absolute joke from the Argentinian man there. And at the end of lap 3, that is our race over already. What a joke. The AI on this game, they simply just turn in. Doesn't matter if there's contact, and he sends us into the barrier. As you can see, we got the car stopped within plenty of time, leaving him so much space on the outside. But yeah, it just doesn't matter. So unfortunately, that is going to be it for the sprint race, guys. Yeah, every time you see it, it's just really poor from him and the AI, but it is what it is. Which means no points for the Racing Bulls boys here in the Miami sprint race, but we've still got another qualifying session, another race to go, so jumping straight into Q1 here. And yeah, we did set a banker, nothing too good. As you can see, we're still last. We're going to cross the line here and get P19 on our second lap. And yeah, final lap of Q1. We're going to send it into the final corner. We're good 6 tenths up, 6.5 tenths on this lap. So there is a chance we will be able to make it through. Can we do it? Yes, we can. P16. And we sneak through into Q2 here. Lewis Hamilton actually going out in Miami qualifying. So yeah, shocking from him, but moving into Q2 and the rain has started to come down here in Miami. So we're only going to get one lap, and unfortunately we go into P9 originally, but that does not end up like that. So we end up going out in Q2.
On pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, and Hadjar, Sainz, Albon, Colapinto, and George Russell, Alonso, Gasly, Ollie Behrman, and Ocon, Richards, Hamilton, Sergio Perez, and Lance Stroll, Lindblad, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So P15 on the grid here in Miami as Lindblad gets a penalty, also Bottas as well, but that means we are promoted to P15. So we're going to go on the hards, go long in this race, and then finish on the mediums, hoping for the one stop. And yeah, we have 5 red lights here in Miami, and it's lights out and away we go for the main race here. And just like the sprint, we're going to hold that outside, hopefully going to claim some more positions from the jump. And we do that, we hold it around the outside of Hamilton and Ocon there. So P14, gaining 1 place off the line, decent start again. Ollie Behrman on the softs ahead, Pierre Gasly on the mediums. And yeah, just going to ease into this race, or are we? Are we going to send it up the inside? We are. A lot more contact there than in the sprint, but yeah, not too bad. Ollie Behrman stays past us, but we are going to get him back on the straight. Did take a little bit of wing off for this feature race, so yeah, hopefully it'll be a little bit better in a straight line. As Hamilton goes down the inside, we're not going to fight that too much, as he's going to be really quick on them soft compound tyres, so hopefully he can do the majority of the work for us in this Grand Prix, and we can just follow him through. And yeah, coming on to the back straight, gonna deploy all the battery, see if we can stay with the guys ahead and hopefully gap Ollie Behrman and Pierre behind us. And yeah, make some progress in this race, actually be able to get past lap 3. Haven't seen Colapinto yet, but believe me, if I do, I will not be holding back on that guy. But yeah, going to come over the line from lap 1. Kimi Antonelli leading in the Grand Prix still in P13. So moving on to lap 3, Hamilton has managed to get past Alonso. We're going to send it down the inside of the Aston Man, go a little bit deep. Lucky not to make contact with Hamilton, and Alonso gets the switch back. So a bit unfortunate there, but we're going to get straight on the boost. Alonso quite slow on the start-finish straight, so we're going to get past him into turn 1 and able to take the race in line. So decent there. P12 now in this Grand Prix at the start of lap 4. Halfway through lap 4 now, coming into this tight little section. And Piastri and Hadjar going side by side here. As we get a decent run through the chicane, we're going to send it down the inside of Oscar Piastri, catch him napping in this one. Isaac Hadjar ahead of us on the hard compound tyres as well, so looking like he is on the same strategy. So if it is possible, we will try and stay with a Red Bull man there. But yeah, getting past Piastri was good. I don't expect it to last for very long, but as we go really deep into the final corner yet again, really struggling with the braking there. Very squirrely on the exit yet again. But going on to the start of lap 7, we have Colapinto and Hamilton ahead. Colapinto, we're going to get the battery on and we're going to send it down the inside into the S's here and get the job done. Absolutely wasting no time with that guy now after what he did in the sprint race. But yeah, still behind Hamilton as he gets a really big slide out of that corner. His tyres must be going off. Few people have boxed now in this race. Halfway through lap 8, we have a yellow flag, goes to green, but then going into the hairpin, we have a safety car in this Grand Prix. So a little bit early for us on the strategy as the Audi goes through the long left-hander, loses the back end and ends up in the wall there. And that's caused a red flag in this Grand Prix. So wow, what are we going to do now? Now, as it is a sprint weekend, we have a severe lack of tyres. So we're basically going to be forced onto the medium tyres here, nice and early. And yeah, probably the softs towards the end, but we will see. There is a little bit of a tyre glitch on this game when it comes to red flags, but we're not going to worry about that yet. We have 5 red lights again here in Miami. Lights out and away we go from P6. So our fortunes have changed massively in this Grand Prix. It's 3 wide ahead of us in turn 1, contact with Russell and Verstappen ahead of us. And yeah, we're trying to pick our way through. Verstappen and Sainz there, still side by side ahead of us. We're looking a little bit of contact with Sainz rear end, we back out. Hadjar sneaks past us and we get slyly brake checked and we lose our front wing. We have got really lucky this year with the damage model, and bearing in mind it's on simulation damage, we actually haven't picked up as much as I thought we would in previous races, but it has come to bite us in this Grand Prix. So we are definitely going to have to box at the end of this lap as we let Arvid Lindblad go, outbrake ourselves, so we end up sending it back on him, but we're going to let him go in this race because yeah, hopefully at least he can pick up a few points here for the team. But yeah, we are going to box at the end of this lap. And yeah, probably going to be in no man's land until the next pit stop or whenever the AI decides to box. So yeah, really not turning into a good weekend here in Miami, as we have a 7.6 second pit stop, and that has absolutely killed us in this Grand Prix, back down to last. So yeah, I said Miami wasn't one of my favourite tracks, and yeah, it's definitely not providing for me, especially on this year's game. But anyway, we're going to move on. Lap 15, a lot of people start to box. So we actually pick up a few positions in this Grand Prix up to P20 for now, as we come out ahead of Pierre and Esteban Ocon. And yeah, and lap 16, same again. People are boxing. We managed to pick up a few positions, actually coming out just behind our teammate Arvid Lindblad. So I guess if you want to call it an undercut, we've got back behind our teammate again, but we are still going to have to box again in this race. And we did. We went on to another set of medium tyres. Luckily, we are ahead of COLAPINTO coming onto the final lap. There really wasn't anything else to show in this Grand Prix. Didn't make any overtakes, anything like that. It was a pretty boring 2/3 of this Grand Prix. So by the looks of it, we are going to come across the finish line and finish in P17 as long as nothing else happens in this Grand Prix on the final lap. And yeah, whether it's the Aston Martin career mode, the Minardi My Team career mode, if you haven't checked that out, by the way, go and give that a little look on the channel. Really enjoying that career mode and this one. And yeah, as Charles Leclerc wins for Ferrari here in Miami. Good result for him. And yeah, coming onto the back straight for the final time, the tyres are absolutely screaming. And yeah, front rear overheating, gonna burn the rest of the battery down this straight. At least we are ahead of COLAPINTO in this race, so we can take that small win after what happened in the sprint, going deep for the final time again in the final corner. Be very surprised to see this race on the calendar next season, but we crossed the line and it's P17.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home. And it's time for that special moment for our special three today. The podium awaits our top three finishers. And who gets to take the top step of the podium? Yes, it is. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
So a shocking weekend here for ourselves in Miami. At least Arvid Limbland managed to pick up P8. So 4 championship points for the Racing Bulls team. So that's good. That's a positive for the weekend. But yeah, it's just very lucky that in the past few races we have had a win and a P2 to keep the bosses happy and keep our chances of that second Red Bull seat open for next season. But that is going to be it from me today, guys. The second upload of the day, 2 a bit shorter episodes due to a lack of action and a lack of talent when it comes to my driving. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And yeah, I appreciate everything. Enjoy the Belgian Grand Prix this weekend, and yeah, have a good evening, guys. Big up Spain. Hopefully they're going to beat Argentina in the World Cup final tonight. But yeah, have a good evening, everyone, and cheers.